Hey, you guys. Listen, it has been a day. It has been a day. It has been a day. Actually, it's been a pretty good day. I'm not even going to cap. It's been a really good day. I slept most of the day away. Most of this day, I just slept right on away and just slept. And it felt good. Trying to get,
It's not ready yet.
Do y'all know what this means? This means that I can do more content. I'm excited about this. I'm really getting into this content creation, and I'm having so much fun doing it. I was already a graphic designer, but I never really dabbed into video editing. And actually, when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to edit movies, like the graphics in movies, and I wanted to do that. So I grew up and became a graphic designer, but never really did movies. So now editing all these videos is definitely pretty dope to me. Just looking at things differently. I got a lot of time on my hands. And one thing I said before is loading. One thing I said before, when I decided that I was going to go ahead and do chemo, I was like, I can't come out of this the same. Like, I gotta be smarter, wiser. I gotta learn something new. I signed up for to go back to college, right? But I did the first part of the process, but I didn't go through with it. And there's no way that I could have tried to take college courses and go through chemo. I really slept through chemo. I slept through it. But I found a new love, and it is content creator. Like, it feels good to even say I am a content creator. Like, I'm pretty happy about that. And so, listen, whatever you got to do to make yourself happy, to keep your energy up, to keep your brain going. I told my dad a couple weeks maybe ago that I enjoy when he come over because we always get into some kind of intellectual debate about opinions. Because really that's what it all is. It's just our opinions because we don't really know nothing. But and getting into those conversations with him, it keeps my brain going. Like, it keeps me thinking. He keeps me on my P's and Q's and on my toes and things. So, like, find something to do that is going to keep your brain moving. I downloaded a game on my phone. I use that as a way. It's one of the things where you gotta connect the colors or something, and it explodes or whatever. But it was the connecting of the colors and the dots of the whatever it is that you gotta really think about it. So I just wanted to make sure that my brain was not just becoming a vegetable. Like, that's just how I felt. Like, I just had to keep going and keep learning and keep, even down to my fingers, is trying to move my hands as much as possible throughout this, because I didn't want to lose anything. Just gain. That's it. We gaining strength. We gaining muscle. Like, we gaining wisdom. Like, I couldn't really focus to read any books, but I could listen to them. And half the time I fell asleep on them, but I still believe that what's the word? I still believe that even though I'm not um awake, like, my body is still receptive to it. So I was grateful for that. Yeah, going through this journey, keep your mind strong. You gotta keep your mind strong, because that's like, listen, it's not the medicine that's gonna bring you through this. It's not your family, it's not your friends, it's your mind. It is your mind. You have to have a made up mind that you're gonna make it through this. And determined and a spirit of determination that you're going to get through it. I remember my therapist, she asked me why did I decide to do chemo, and I said, my daughter, like, she's not even 18 yet. And I wanted to be there for her. And then we talked about how having conversations with family and friends, nobody really asked me what I wanted. It was just, you gotta do this. And so she asked me, what did I want? I was like, I want to fight for my daughter. And she was like, you can't. And I'm like, huh? But she said, in order to fight this fight, you're going to have to do it for yourself and for yourself alone. You can't do this for nobody else. Because the moment those people don't show up, the moment those people hurt your feelings, the moment those people disappoint you, what do you have to hold on to? Nothing. You got to do this thing for you and for you alone. Because you ain't never going to disappoint yourself. Not if you stand on compassion. And not if you really, really understand grace. You're not going to disappoint yourself. You got to do this thing for you and for you alone. Your why has to be me. But you strong. You strong. You determined. If you're anything like me, you're a rebel. And I don't know who this is for, but I want you to know that you got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Trust and believe that. There was times that things were really, really bad. And I just kept on, I gotta do this for me. I gotta do it for me. And then once you put your toe on it, once you get through that first round of chemo, it's like you can't turn back now. You know, already started. You already got your foot in there. You already went. You gotta just keep on going now at this point. And that helped too. Like, man, you already at the finish line. Just gotta, what they say, you gotta go through to get through. I knew in the beginning of all of this that the Most High had me in this very special place. And I trusted that. And that's what helped to get me through. And then when I had that anaphylactic shock and they thought I was out of here, I've been told, I don't really remember, but I've been told that the chaplain was called to my room. And when people were first telling me that, I really, really didn't understand what they were saying. Until my auntie said, do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm looking at her, she was like, they thought that you were dying. And I don't know, I just knew, like, I remember hearing like this voice that says, if I wanted you, I would have taken you. What do you do with that? You keep fighting because you already know. I knew that I was going to be okay. I didn't know, like, everything that I had to go through. I just knew I was going to be okay. And I believe that I'm sharing this story with you to let you know that you too are going to be okay. The Most High loves you so very much. And your purpose isn't over yet. I remember telling my dad that I was okay with dying because I had lived a pretty good freaking life. Like, I ain't had no, like, I wish I could have. I did pretty much everything I've ever wanted to do. To know that even though I felt so complete, to know that the Most High, that energy still has more for me to do. Like, I still got more purpose. And that doesn't even feel heavy. That feels like a blessing. That feels pretty goddamn good. I am so ready, like, to live, to explore. God, I'm getting an RV. I don't care what I got to do. Okay, I do care what I got to do. I absolutely do care about what I have to do. But I really, really want this RV. My girlfriends and them asked me what was my bucket list when I told them I had cancer, and we was just going through paperwork and just a lot of different things, and they was like, what's your bucket list? I was like, I don't have nothing on my bucket list. I done did everything. Like, and then I thought about it, I was like, well, I always wanted to, I owned a performing arts studio before, but I never had a school. Like, so that's one thing that's always been, that's like the only thing at that time that I had not completed was opening a performing arts school, like somewhere in like urban. Like, these kids, I don't want to get off on that because that's a whole nother, but these kids need a place to go to explore their creativity and things like that. So I want to do that. But anyway, so I was like, I don't have nothing on my bucket list. So in the last few months, I've had a lot of time to think about this bucket list. And y'all, I got a bucket list. One, I want to get an RV. Like, I'm getting an RV. I can feel it. I can see it. It's big. It's pretty. It's new. It's spacious. It's like, it's the top of the line. I can see it. I really think it's like purple and blue. Like, I can see this thing. I get excited every time I see it. But this RV is that's the top of my bucket list. And then the second thing is, ooh, I gotta revisit my bucket list. There's 3 things on my bucket list. It's probably not even that I need to revisit it. It's probably that I just need to focus right now on the number 1. And number 1 is the RV. And the school is number 2, of course, because that is still on my bucket list. I still, one day, maybe in another 5 years, maybe 10, in the next 5 to 15 years, I'm going to open up that school, performing arts school. Yes, it's like I think I want it all day, like, to be not really to go through like the educational curriculum, but just more creative, like arts, music, modeling, fashion design, singing, dancing, all types of dancing, liturgical, hip hop, modern, like I just want these kids to learn everything, because guess what? When you are able to explore, you're able to make wiser decisions. But if you in this little box, if you trying to make all these decisions in this little small box, like you ain't seen enough of life, you ain't seen enough of the world to make real good decisions. So I want to give these kids that ability to just explore in your own mind, your own creativity. Like, that's power. All right, you guys. Peace, love, and blessings. Have you on that love. Give it away. Pass it around, because it is absolutely free. I love you guys. Bye.
Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things are